Welcome to part 5 of What If the Calamity Trio was in the Dragon Ball universe. At the last part, we got to Namek and the trio had their potentials unlocked by Guru. In this part, we're going to continue on from there. We start out with Vegeta, who just got through throwing Frieza's Dragon Balls out of the window. Just like in the original, he collects them and puts them in a safe location. Afterwards, he concentrates to try to sense Sasha's energy, which was pretty easy because she, along with 2 other power levels that he senses, weren't really hiding it. He also concentrates again to see if he can find Zarbon to properly get rid of him. So when he does sense his Zarbon, Vegeta immediately goes to Zarbon and just like in the original, basically kills him in one shot. Afterward, he flies to where Sasha and the 2 other power levels are. When Vegeta gets there, he sees that it's the Earthling that he and Sasha have fought. When he touches down, everyone but Sasha and Marcy is surprised to see Vegeta. Look at that. You actually did secure the last Dragon Ball, Sasha. I told you I would. What were you up to, Vegeta? Not only did I get rid of Dodoria, but I happened to get rid of Zarbon, as well as get the Dragon Balls away from Frieza. And now that all but Frieza's dealt with, and the last Dragon Ball's in my hand, I'm in a good mood. Hand over the Dragon Balls, and I might not kill you. Yeah, like we are gonna give you the Dragon Ball, Vegeta. That wasn't a request. Vegeta lifts his hand with the key ball in it. As he's about to throw it, Sasha interrupts them. Alright, let's not do anything crazy, alright? Marcy, give me the Dragon Ball, alright? Marcy gives Vegeta the Dragon Ball. With that, Vegeta and Sasha flies off to where Vegeta hit the last Dragon Ball. Marcy, why did you do that? Hey, don't worry. They may have the Dragon Ball, but that doesn't mean they know how to use it. How could they not know how to use it? They just need the balls, don't they? No. They actually need to summon the dragon, and the only way to do that is to have someone who speaks Namekian. What? Yeah. So technically it'd be safer with them, because if it was like with me or the other remaining Namekians, then we'd be at risk of being forced against our will to speak the wish. Wow, that's pretty smart thinking there. Thank you. What was your name again? Boma. I'm the one who made the ship that brought us here. Wow, really? That's amazing. Hey, speaking of amazing, where's Gohan? I'm right here. They turn to see Gohan flying towards them with the Dragon Ball. Gohan! And you have a Dragon Ball! Yeah, that's the thing. I ran into Vegeta and Sasha. They didn't see the Dragon Ball, but as soon as they realize that I stole this, they'll immediately come after me. What? Well then we need to get out of here! And with that, everyone packs up and finds a new location to hide. As they're at their new hiding location, Anne tells Krillin and Gohan about how she, Marcy, and Sasha had their potentials unlocked by the Grand Elder, and that she thinks that it's best if they get their potentials unlocked. Bulma yells at Anne, saying that she doesn't want to be left alone here, but Anne tells her that she doesn't really have a choice, that if they have to face off against not only Vegeta but Frieza as well, then they're going to need as much power as they need, and getting these 2 the potential unlocked from Guru is definitely needed. So with that, Bulma reluctantly lets them go while keeping an eye on the Dragon Ball. And with that, all 4 of them goes to the Grand Elder. Meanwhile, back with Sasha and Vegeta, they are in the lake where Vegeta threw the Dragon Ball, trying to find it. Sasha asked Vegeta if he really did hide it here, or if the stream managed to take the Dragon Ball. Questioning on where the Dragon Ball could have been, Vegeta realizes that it was Gohan who took the Dragon Ball. For one of the rare instances, we would follow the abridged version, with Vegeta so enraged that his scream could be heard throughout multiple worlds. Heck, even in another dimension, where an anthropomorphic otter can hear the scream. As the group reaches Elder Guru, everyone senses Vegeta coming after them, to which Anne tells Gohan and Krillin to head to the Elder to get their potentials unlocked, and while she and Marcy takes on Vegeta. As the 2 leave, they wait for like a minute or 2 before Vegeta finally pulls up on them. He seems really angry that he's basically talking to how he did in the abridged series. When they tell him that they don't really have the Dragon Ball, Vegeta gets even more angrier. Anne and Marcy are getting ready for a fight, just as Sasha flies up towards them and basically tries to stop Vegeta, but Vegeta just backhands her out of the sky. Just as Vegeta is about to attack Marcy and Anne, he senses Krillin and Gohan's potential being unleashed. After getting his bearings, the scene will play out how it does normally, with some small differences like, again, Anne and Marcy are the ones chasing after Vegeta, Sasha having to fly up after them after getting herself back together. And just like in the original, Guru basically lets the group know that the Ginyu Force are coming. When Vegeta realizes that it was the Ginyu Force, Just like in the original, they team up so they can take on the Ginyu Force. They get the Dragon Ball from Bulma and go over to the location where Vegeta hit the rest of the Dragon Balls, but the other groups don't really trust Vegeta, and Ann still isn't 100% sure she can trust Sasha. Just before they're about to start arguing, the Ginyu Force shows up. They introduce themselves like they do in the original with their poses. However, their poses are completely different. As everyone just stands there, shocked about the pose, Sasha is applauding them, saying that they definitely took her advice to heart. To which Ginyu says, of course. To which it surprises Vegeta. Sasha brings up again that she had to sit through one of the Ginyu Force's tirades or whatnot for him. And when she saw their poses, it was just like, yeah, no, that was just so stupid. Because she was a cheerleader, she knew how the posing would look better. Captain Ginyu even interrupts this by saying that it is indeed true, and that his offer still stands for Sasha. Vegeta once again looks at Sasha, asking, what offer? To which once again, Captain Ginyu interrupts, saying, why? To join the Ginyu Force, of course. Everyone is surprised by this, except Sasha, who just said, thanks Captain, but I'm not really gonna join. Well, that's a shame. Now, since we're mainly here for Vegeta and the Dragon Ball, so I'm gonna let my man take care of the rest here. You can either stay out of the way, or come with me. The choice is yours, Sasha. And with that, Ginyu takes the Dragon Balls and flies over to Frieza. And with that, the scene starts playing out similar to the original, except Ann and Sasha are fighting Jason Birder. As those who are fighting Jason Birder, they comment on how they still seem to be in sync despite having a rift torn between them. Ann also acknowledges this, but right now it is good that they do have this synchronization. In fact, this synchronization is even better than Jason Birder. As Jason Birder are trying to finish this with a team attack, Ann and Sasha also decides to have a little fun and do a team attack of their own to counter Jason Birder, to which it easily does. After celebrating their victory against the two, they turn back and see Marcy saving Vegeta from Recoom's eraser gun. At first, Ann was planning to rush in to try to help Marcy, but Sasha stops her and tells her just to watch, and when she does, she sees that Marcy is handling her own against Recoom so much better than Vegeta. After going back and forth between Recoom and Marcy, Marcy was able to defeat Recoom with very little damage done to her. After Marcy kills Recoom, Ann and Sasha flies over to Marcy, praising her for their fight. Marcy just shyly plays with her long hair as she accepts the praise, with a little blush going on. As Gohan and Krillin are also praising Marcy, Vegeta is just there wallowing in the fact that despite taking a free Zenkai, he still wasn't able to beat Recoom. Everyone's train of thoughts is broken when they see a ship flying in. Gohan makes an educated guess that this is in fact Goku, and flares her ki a bit so Goku can have a trace of where they are. And within a few seconds, Goku is with the team. After catching Goku up to the situation, Goku hands everyone a senzu bean. Vegeta says that they're already screwed because Frieza has the Dragon Balls and most likely made the wish. However, Krillin says that that's most likely isn't the case because when the dragon is summoned, the sky would turn black, and throughout the fight, the sky has not turned black at all. So most likely they have not summoned the dragon. While this is going on, the trio tries to sense for Frieza, to which they easily do and see that Frieza is flying towards the Grand Elder. Marcy is worried about this and tells them that Frieza is flying towards the Grand Elder. Everyone is surprised by this, as Marcy explains that the Grand Elder was the one who created the Dragon Balls. And because of that, the team breaks up into two, with the Calamity Trio going to the Grand Elders to try to protect them, while the other team goes to Frieza's ship. As the main dragon group goes to Frieza's ship, they are able to defeat Captain Ginyu. As Ginyu is about to swap body with Goku, Vegeta knows what is going on, finds like a frog or something, and throws it to intercept. And just like, again, in rare instances of following the abridged, Vegeta kills Ginyu Frog, as well as Frog Ginyu. They don't have to worry too much about needing to put Goku in the healing pod, but now they need to wait for either a Namekian to come to them, or for Marcy to come to them. As for the trio, as they're flying towards the Grand Elder and Frieza, they pass by Dende. Marcy was surprised that Dende was there, but Dende explains that he had to check on the Grand Elder, so during the whole thing that was happening, Dende had snuck off to go to the Grand Elder. Was given a scolding by the Grand Elder because he knew that Dende was somewhere safe. Either way, because the Grand Elder didn't know if Marcy would be occupied, the Grand Elder unlocked Dende's potential and told him to go to the Earthlings so that they can use the Dragon Balls. When Marcy asks about the Guru, then they tells her that Nail was going to be the one to distract Frieza. With that, everyone goes back to their group. They see that Vegeta has decided to take a nap, and so they decided to sneak the Dragon Balls. At first there was word that Sasha might rat him out, but again Sasha just tells her that her plan was to get her and her girls back home. When they summon Purunga, just like in the original, they are told about the 3 wishes, and they make the same 2 wishes that they did before Guru ends up dying. Marcy is saddened by this, as Vegeta is still in disbelief that the Dragon Balls died in front of him before he can grant his immortality. However, just like in the original, Frieza shows up at the same time and he is absolutely livid. And this is where we're going to end it off right here. If the audio quality is different, then I want to apologize. I originally recorded the first half as its own alone thing, but when I saw that it was basically less than 5 minutes, I knew I had to re-record it, or at least record the second half. So yeah, again, I was not in the right headspace when I recorded that first half. I'm still not in that right headspace, but at least I'm a little better. Fireblade here, and I will see you later, whatever I make. Bye!